the department of examination or the person who's involved, who's at the helm of the affairs, is committed, I'm sure the examination process, whatever the principles of examinations are, will be wonderful followed. Of course, we would require some training, we would require synergy, we would require teamwork, but these are all essential. Then there's always a point which is even UGC has been talking about, the ministry has been talking about. Students are being evaluated by teachers who do not teach them. पढ़ा कोई रहे हैं, evaluate कोई कर रहा है. The person who is evaluating does not know what has been taught to the child. So there's no gap between them wherein what should be evaluated from the child. The child is being asked questions what the examiner feels, and the examiner is somebody who may be from the system or maybe not be from the system. So there's a huge gap here, and the examination per se becomes an examination for the purpose of examination, and assessment is gone for a 6. Now, then we talk of the examination, what should an examination be? There are entrance tests. The typical qualities of examination test should be all India character. And any examination in the country, whether it's an entrance test, whether it's a common entrance test or whether it's a university entrance test, when we talk of a university is something which is a unique body in the country which is promoting education, research, training, extension activities. So what it should do, it should have its examination system in an all India character level basis. It should provide equal opportunities for all. There are differentially abled candidates, there are special need children, there are people who, and we have to look after the reserved category. We have to look at all the entire thing. We just cannot talk of the mediocre people or that the people at the helm of the affairs or the creamy layer. So we have to look at, while preparing our examination system, into all these things. Now, facilitated choice being, of course, this is one of the point. Objective, valid, reliable testing system. There are formulas. There are enormous statistics. How we can really prove objectivity, validity, reliability. We've been doing that for a test which we conduct in NAT. Now it should be a time-bound process, what Professor Rath has said, and because time is the key factor because of the for vertical mobility of the child, time is a very crucial element. Then transparency, fair play, and accountability is something, because everything cannot be kept in the harp of confidentiality that no, this is confidential, no, this is confidential. In the age of RTI, in the age of today's well-informed children, and of course for the development of the system, we need to keep everything transparent. And the last point I like to just mention here, that there is a paradigm shift. What I propose, there should be, in the morning there was some talk, I was wanting to say this, but I thought I'll use this time. What is the paradigm shift the Vice Chancellor from JNTU was speaking about? I propose that the paradigm shift should be from a preparatory approach. Preparatory approach would mean after class 1, the child prepares for class 2. After class 2, the child prepares for class 3, then 10+2, then graduation, then post-graduation. This is a preparatory approach. What we should really do is, we should move from the preparatory approach to a developmental approach, wherein the child is able to think autonomously, able to analyze, able to think logically. So there could be a child who would be able to develop faster, there will be a child who may be able to go slower. This is something which has been happening across the globe, which is gradually picking up. I think we need to really have that paradigm shift. No, aapne graduation kiya, then you join the graduate program. Aapne ye kiya, then you cannot do this because you're a science candidate. You cannot do this because you're a commerce candidate. Now there's some suggestions. I think this is the last slide. On-demand examination is something which universities in India should really look into. Entrance testing, I would like to again focus because this is our forte. If a candidate is unable to appear for a 2-hour test, entrance test of a university, his whole year is gone. In this 21st century, we are talking of, there's a college who wants to take admission, there's a student who wants to take admission. And because he's unable to appear for a test, he's not able to sit for that test. He's not able to get admission. No, I think that we need to really develop, can we create a system wherein there's an on-demand examination, or there could be continuous basis examination. And when we can talk of, there's some innovations where we can talk of open book examination, take-home tests. I'm sure when the take-home tests really become a reality, when the open book exam becomes a reality, teachers themselves will be convinced enough to prepare the question paper in such a manner that even you have the entire library to you, you will not be able to answer if you do not know the answer, or you do not have the analytical skills. So in order to move from the rote mechanism to this analytical mechanism, we need to really look into these open book examination take-home tests. Why there should be that it's a time-bound process, you have to answer 200 questions in 1 hour, and putting that pressure, enormous pressure, and then he's preparing for the entire year for that 2 hours. So this is something. Then additional weightage on continuous evaluation. We've heard the minister speaking, Mr. Kapil Sibal, about continuous comprehensive evaluation in the school system. I think in the university system itself also we need to look at this continuous evaluation system. The child is away for the entire year. In the end of the year he comes and he gives his examination. There's only a criteria of attendance and other issues. So that is one thing. Then adoption of national state. For example, there's a university here which is doing very good job. There's another university here. The competency of this university may be in conducting an entrance test. Why should another university have his own entrance test for the sake of any particular issues or particular biasness? So we need to synergize. We need to get together or adopt the tests which are available in the country. The unifying multiple tests, weightage to exist scores of test of appreciation, not elimination. Most of the tests are for appreciation. Today tests are for elimination. How to eliminate a child? How to eliminate a child? How can we get him out of the system? It is not for appreciation. What is the aptitude of a child? Because appreciation is also a problem. Because aptitude, it has to be from an insight. And insight is a big problem. I do not know what my aptitude is. It's only after some time that we actually know what our aptitude is. Then there's some technologies we've been talking about, the use of core competencies, focus and relevance. And there's some principles, this is the last slide. All individuals can learn. This is what we say. All individuals can learn. Individuals are more than test scores. A student is not a 50% marker, he's a 98% marker. They're more than scores. And then the education and work is in a process, it's not a point in time. I am a graduate, doesn't mean I'm only a graduate. I may be more than, less than even a class 10 guy, but I should know. These are some very vital issues. I think time is running out, I'll just run. So there is a typical thing. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And
thank you.